Hey guys, I want to talk to you about some information that was in the DLC 1 trailer for World War II. Now, I've held off on making this video because I've been waiting for some information to compile. I wanted to do like a ratings comparison to all the DLC 1 that's been released recently, you know, with the last few games, to see how well World War II is doing. I was a little surprised to see how the ratings are going for World War II because it started out really strong, but I'll show you guys all of that in just a moment. First, I want to talk to you guys about just a couple of interesting things that I saw in the trailer. Now, they didn't show us a whole lot, but they showed us enough where there is some information that we can gather from it, you know, new information. And I don't think I've seen anybody talk about this yet. It was no surprise that, yeah, we are going to Heligoland Island north of Germany. We had plenty of clues for that, and I've made a whole video about the history of the island and everything. My first reaction to this trailer is I'm a little disappointed by the way that it looks. I feel like their game may not be strong enough just to have kind of an average setting. I feel like they need to really dazzle us, like visually, like they did with Final Reich. That map was absolutely beautiful, but I don't know, this map might be a little dull, especially with them talking about how they're going to have it be very foggy. And I realize they're trying to create like a grounded experience the best that they can with a zombies mode, but I feel like people will get bored really fast if the setting isn't, you know, really spectacular. And they seem to be using a really smart tactic to advertise their game and their DLC. They're using memes, stuff that, you know, they know we're going to go crazy over. So, you know, they're talking about the fog rolling in. Well, they know that that's a pretty, you know, funny meme or whatever in the zombies community. And they are predicting that, yeah, we're going to just take off with it, talk about the fog rolling in. It's going to help advertise their DLC. So yeah, they are definitely, you know, playing the puppet master here, and we're falling for it. After the trailer was released, it's all everybody was talking about. And people were making videos about this trailer, just, you know, laughing about the fog meme. And so yeah, it definitely helped to advertise their DLC, and yeah, we definitely fell for it. It did help the trailer become more memorable, and yeah, their marketing group is pretty smart. But if they were really smart, they would say something like, there's an impossible Easter egg that may never get solved. That would just make everybody go crazy. I'm not too sure if anybody has covered this or not. I haven't seen anybody talk about it, but there's one scene that stands out, and it's really fast. They play this extremely fast, and right here I've slowed it down. What you can see is what appears to be two arms without a body holding a baseball bat and swinging at an enemy. And I wasn't sure, you know, are we looking at zombies here or multiplayer? But during this scene, they're talking about zombies. And then up at the top monitor, you can see like when that character turns, and the one up at the top is the enemy getting hit, you can see that his body is hollow, like, you know, one of the zombies. So he clearly is a zombie. Also, that top monitor that you can just barely see that's reflecting the enemy that's on the bottom left monitor, he has some kind of dagger on his left side. And I wasn't sure if we're looking at this new boss that they talk about later on in the video, or if this is just a regular zombie. I went to go look at the zombies on Final Reich, and they do have a little dagger or some kind of, you know, blade or knife on their left side. So I think what they're trying to show here is that it's just a regular zombie, and what they're highlighting is that, yeah, there is a new melee weapon, and it's going to be the bat, and it's going to replace the shovel. I noticed that all the zombies on Final Reich don't have any kind of curved handled type dagger, but this model that they're showing in the DLC trailer does. So yeah, the zombie that's in that DLC 1 trailer, like that model, is definitely different than the zombies that we have now. So it could be, again, indicating that this is a new kind of zombie, and here is a new melee weapon that we're going to be using instead of the shovel. And yeah, it'll be the bat. Another question we all had is what kind of enemies are coming back? And in the trailer, it showed that we are going to be getting the whistling zombies. And then they also talked about this new type of boss zombie that's probably going to be replacing the Brenners. They said that this thing is extremely intelligent and a little bit smarter than the other zombies. And I believe this thing is called an assassin. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's what this one is called. So yeah, if you imagine like an assassin type zombie, yeah, they're going to be probably pretty smart and calculating. The bomber zombies are definitely coming back along with the whistling, and yeah, I don't think the fire Brenner zombies are going to be coming back. They've got to replace him with something, and this assassin zombie seems like a good choice. If they added the assassin zombie in with the Brenner and all the other, that would just be too much. There's already too much already. Plus the fireman Brenner zombie is specific to the Easter eggs on Final Reich, so I don't think they're going to be using him on the new DLC. This assassin's probably going to be the one a part of the Easter eggs. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about are the ratings for World War II and how it's comparing to the past DLC ones that have been released for the Call of Duties. I'll start back at Black Ops 3. Now, the DLC 1 for Black Ops 3 was Awakening. That's where we got Derizen, and this trailer got 2.3 million views, so that's pretty huge. It got almost 58,000 likes and hardly any dislikes. This has a 99% approval rating from the viewers, so that's pretty incredible. If you look at the DLC 1 for Infinite Warfare, there's no surprise that it didn't do very well. It only got like a quarter of the views and it didn't get very many likes, and it's got 50% approval rating. So yeah, DLC 1 did really poorly, but you know, we all understand why. When I went over to look at World War II's DLC 1 trailer, I was surprised to see that there were so many dislikes. It has less than 1 million views, but it's a pretty new trailer, so you can't really judge that. I was expecting to see a much higher approval rating for this trailer, but maybe it's their rocky release. You know, they had a lot of technical issues, so you know, that could be hurting it a little. I don't know if it's the multiplayer maps themselves that people are not happy with, but the approval rating has definitely gone down for this game since, you know, the reveal trailer. I was really expecting this to do better because, you know, people were really excited about boots on the ground and going back to the roots, but I guess it just wasn't enough. I guess the game is just not delivering in a way that people were hoping that it would. I thought it would be doing a lot better than this and, you know, closer to the Black Ops 3 ratings, but it's just not happening. For me, the zombies mode is okay. It's not overwhelming and it doesn't have that intense replayability factor that Black Ops 3 does, but it's pretty good. I really miss the Black Ops 3 mechanics with the guns and the movements and the zombies. Like, that feels like a really good, refined game. This feels a little clunky, but you know, they have some cool features that I do really like. Again, the DLC 1 trailer reaction is I don't feel like we have seen enough to really get a good idea of what it could be like. We're really gonna just have to get in there and play. There's lots of the map that we haven't seen, so I don't want to make any kind of judgment based on what we've seen so far. But I want to know what you guys think about the World War II Zombies mode, and what do you think about the DLC 1 trailer. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.